for when I ran the number one, for me it motivated me because every time I look at my bike, I'm like, there's no better number than number one.
Yeah.
If anything, it helped motivate me. Let's see if you can do it again.
Yeah.
So with you,
I run 69, dude. That's my
Kevin.
Welcome back to the BMX Podcast. Thank you very much. Danny, we have a pretty good guest on tonight, man.
Yeah, Mr. Yo-Yo himself, Kiyomi Waller.
Kiyomi Waller, man. O-side, man. O-side.
That is awesome. And that nickname, let me know if this is right, Kiyomi, because I don't know. Sean Texas came up with your nickname?
Yes. When I was 11 years old.
Right on, man. I knew I wasn't crazy.
No, I started racing at 11, and then I stopped at 15. At the end of the year, at the end of '84, I came off tour. I went on tour, summer tour, and I was basically just looking for a sponsor. Just go on tour and try to get a factory ride.
Okay.
I thought I did pretty well at at all the number of nationals I rode, because I raced NBL and ABA, and came home and sent out all the letters and no, thank you, but here's a sticker.
So you actually did the letter route?
Oh yeah. Oh, I used to. In fact, when I started racing again in '89, well '88, and then full time '89. Sorry. Any sponsors I had, I would write them a letter after each weekend, like mail it out on a Monday, whether it be Trog, the Trog pedal cages, whatever sponsor I had, I would write them a letter and let them know how I did on the weekend. And then I did that, for a good couple years.
Wow. I never thought that would actually work. Good for you.
Well, I don't think
there's no email.
I wrote a letter and I got sponsored, but it was whoever sponsored me at the time. Because, back then it was either a phone call or you write them a letter. So.
Oh, okay. You're saying that you're okay. You didn't get new sponsors like that. You were telling your current sponsors how you did.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I gave them the results and all that stuff.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. So what do you think?
That makes sense for.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a little bit of history I was going to go over with Kiyomi. We're going to play a little trivia today, and that's about it. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah. So Kiyomi, I was surprised, man. I didn't realize you're more Kevin's age than my age. You were born in '67, and
yes,
so that means
December 21st.
Yeah.
First day.
That makes Kevin happy.
That makes me happy. Are you a Virgo?
Yeah.
I'm the last day of a Sagittarius.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you had an interesting career, man. As I was listening and reading about you, you found some interest in BMX as far back as '77, and the first bike that caught your eye was a Schwinn Stingray with Moto Mags. And
yes.
You remembered that. I thought that was super cool, dude, because I remember seeing my first actual race bikes. And the way you described it, like I was hooked as soon as I saw that bike. Yeah. Exactly the same thing for me. You wanted to break down that bike for us a little bit? Do you remember anything else about it?
Yeah, it was it had that green candy apple, like a green candy apple or candy. Yeah. It's like green with like the the little metallics, and it had the silver Moto Mags, and some of the other parts were like, I think they were like black. I don't think they were chrome.
Okay.
And I just remember him riding his bike right in front of me. I was barely in first grade. And
wow.
I remember just like yesterday. I remember my jaw just hitting the ground. It was like, oh, look at that bike. That is so cool.
Well,
And then ever since then, I was the only kid who had like 3 big wheels, But
I had 3 big wheels, bro.
oh, did you?
Yeah, dude. My dad bought yard sales, the entire yard sale.
Yeah.
So I had like 3 of everything, dude. I had 3 big wheels.
Nice. Yeah, what's funny is I still know where the house was, where our house was, and the actual street where I saw the guy ride the bike. Because I'm from here, so that's my old neighborhood. But yeah, I remember everything. I mean, it was very clear. And then so I was maybe first grade. I didn't get a bike until I was 9 years old. So that was maybe 3 or 4 years later.
Man,
that's pretty awesome.
You're taking me back, dude. So I got my first Jag in 6th grade.
Okay, so I got mine in 5th. No, I started racing in 6th grade, so I was 11. So 4th grade, right around 4th grade.
All right. Now, would you have chosen Motomegs if you were building the bike from scratch, or did you buy a bike that already had Motomegs on it?
Oh no, my first bike was just like some stock bike. It had chrome rims, shiny spokes. I'm trying to think of it. I forgot the name, but it was like a no-name brand. I almost bought that foiler. Do you remember a foiler?
Yeah.
The aluminum frame, right? Foiler. It was like then it turned into Race Inc.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the same, maybe the same manufacturer, but it was an aluminum frame. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. But I ended up from my first bike, I ended up getting a Diamondback.
Nice.
This was before they even had a team.
Wow.
This was in 80. Do
you have an idea of what parts were on it? I know I'm asking a lot, but do you remember how you?
I had the Sagino pedals. They were, had the gold anodized cages on it.
Nice.
And I had the Sagino aluminum cranks. They were anodized gold.
Nice.
So my bike had the theme of blue and gold because I had the. Actually, I had yellow spokes too. I had gold rims, yellow spokes, and then the gold Sagino hubs.
Right.
And then I'm pretty sure I had the Suntour freewheel.
So your bike was tricked. It was tricked out then. That Diamondback was tricked out.
I was so into it. And I had the is it Astro sprocket? The plastic sprocket?
Addicts.
Wow.
Addicts. Yes.
Damn, that's going way back. So your mom was, it was you and your mom, right? You were raised by a single mom.
Yes.
Was she super supportive with your BMX racing and the buying of the parts, and because it wasn't cheap? So was she? Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that work out for you?
Yeah, she was very supportive because of where I grew up. In fact, where I live now is right next to the front gate at Camp Pendleton. I was actually born in Camp Pendleton because my dad was a Marine. And that's
so your mom's from Japan and your dad was a Marine. That's what I was understanding. Yep. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay, that way. Okay, because I asked him before you came on if the guys in Oceanside don't like Marines, and he goes, no, not anymore.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I had, my dad was a Marine, but it was like probably during high school is when it got pretty bad. Like high school and like maybe the early 90s. Mm-hmm. Then Oceanside got bad. But yeah, my mom was very supportive. In fact, that's why, because of the neighborhood I grew up in, she was, she saw that I found an interest in something and I was, basically obsessed with.
Did you feel like you were a target riding around? Because you were in a rough neighborhood, so riding around on a full tricked out race bike, didn't that put a big target on your back?
No, because all my friends, I think it's because of all my friends that I rode around with.
Right.
There were a bunch of, mixed ethnicities.
Okay.
Latinos. There was mixed blacks, and then there's Asian, Caucasian. I mean, it was this neighborhood that I grew up in. It was really, really really unique because just the number of different families back then. Back then.
Yeah, because I was listening to you saying your neighborhood was a little bit rough, and then I thought about it. I go, because bikes being stolen when we were kids was a frequent thing,
Yeah.
And you had a pretty high-end Diamondback.
Yeah, it was. In fact, sad to say, one of the guys that was in and out of our neighborhood, he was a guy that would steal bikes.
No.
And the thing is this one guy is the same guy who took me to his name's Steve Cap.
Okay.
He lived on base. He knew Steve Cap raced. So this guy was in and out of juvenile hall and everything. But he goes, you know what? I'm going to take you racing. I'm like, okay, that's all he said. He showed up at my house. I believe it was a Sunday morning, and we went over and we went across the 76th of San Luis Rey River. If you're from here, you know where it is. But then we rode our bikes up into the Camp Pendleton neighborhood, and just showed up at this guy Steve Cap's house. His dad had kind of a mini motorhome, and we all drove out to Rancho BMX, the track.
Yeah.
And, I actually raced.
Wow.
And, all I brought was a helmet. I had 501 jeans. I had maybe a long sleeve T-shirt, and I had some rinky-dink helmet. But I raced 11 beginner, and there was only 3 of us. I won the first 2 motos, and then on the third moto, I'm going in the first turn, and I just happened to look back, and I just slid out. And so the kid that got second both motos ended up winning. We tied on points because he won the third moto.
Yeah.
He ended up getting the only first place ribbon. They didn't give second place. I was pretty bummed.
First or go home. That was it, right?
Yeah. And then I came home, and my mom said, "Well, how did it go?" I was, "Oh, it was good. I didn't get it. I fell." And then the next weekend, me, my mom, my brother, and a couple of my friends from school, we just drove out. I just told them it was in El Cajon. We just drove out to El Cajon, and I think it was this exit. And so we just started driving, and we saw some kids on some BMX bikes. And then we said, "Hey, where's the track at?" And they go, "Over there." And we finally made it to the track, but we missed signups. But we finally knew where it was, and then that's basically where my whole racing career started, was at Rancho. And then we went over to Lakeside and raced. In fact, that race that I missed at Rancho, the next race I went to was Lakeside. And I raced 11 beginner, and I won. I got first place. And I don't know if you know Ronnie Rio, but he used to be a San Diego GT factory sponsored rider.
Okay.
His whole amateur career. Anyway, his dad and his mom, they ran the races at Lakeside. And
wow.
I remember like yesterday, because I came across the finish line, and Ronnie Rio's dad was right there with the first place trophy, handed it to me right when I crossed the finish line. I still have the trophy today. It's awesome.
All right.
That was my first, I guess, well, the first race. I got second. I
got a question, man. Going back to your first race.
Yes.
I was a 16 beginner, right? And you were an 11 beginner.
Yes.
I thought I was gonna win, dude. I thought, you know what? I'm winning this whole thing. Dude, what did it feel like? Were you surprised that you got 2 first? Or were you pretty confident? Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna handle business today. Or you may not have had time to think about it because you just got.
No, I remember. I was like, oh, I just remember it being super fun. And because I had won the first 2, and I never looked back. Like, how far I beat them or anything. I just cross the finish line, and then I go up to the third race, and I'm like, because I think I was a little too confident or cocky, because when I was in the first turn, I looked back to see how far back they were.
Yeah.
And then I slid out and I didn't get anything.
Were you guys using a starting gate back then? And were you balancing or 1 foot start?
No, everybody was doing 1 foot, because this was early 1979.
Okay.
Because that year, the number of races that I did, I was able to turn 11 expert.
Wow, that was fast.
Yes, I went from beginner, and then I raced novice, and then I started racing expert, and I didn't lose, actually. I don't remember ever losing, because I was just so, like, I don't know, excited about BMX. And I mean, literally my bike was next to my bed every night. If I rode,
you're singing my song, dude.
I never saw mud. If I rode through water, I would turn around, go home, and wipe the water off, and then go back. And my childhood friends were like, "What are you doing? It's just water. It's not gonna rust." I go, "I gotta go back home. I gotta clean my bike." So I and my mom saw that I kept it real clean, and I was super. I did. In school, I always did good in school. And what's funny is, when I was 11 expert, I really, that's why I encourage a lot of kids is to do sports, is because when I was 11 expert, I really felt confident just as a kid. I'd go to school, and there, none of the other kids rode or raced, and I felt kind of special, So I just remember that feeling of just being super confident, like I'm 11 expert. I'm winning every weekend. So I thought that was pretty cool.
When did you go from the single foot start to actually balancing on your pedals at the gate? Do you remember when that started happening?
82, 81.
I'm going to say probably when I was 12.
So you're about a year into it.
That's a really good question. I don't remember when I went from it. Maybe possibly when I was 11 expert, possibly. But I know for sure 12. When I was 12, I did stand up.
Yeah, because I think I was a single foot. I wasn't balancing. I think for the first, it must have been 3 months. I was just standing on 1 foot, and one day I just started trying it, and I got it.
I used to try. I used to try balancing just on your curb outside on the street.
That's harder.
I tried doing it there, and it's like, oh, this is not working, But then I try a wall. I just go up to a wall and try to balance.
Yeah, we do the walls. Yeah.
And then if I would have thought about it, hey, maybe put it in a little angle, like, have the back end up. It'd be a lot easier. Maybe that's a good balance, So.
Yeah. So 6 races and you were expert, or 7 races you were expert. Pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
That's awesome,
I know that
man.
Towards the summer is when I was, we'd go out there every weekend, and then what was cool is because Kearney Moto Park back then was over in Claremont, and I would race there on Saturday, and go out to Rancho on Sunday. Way back then, but
right.
Yeah.
Right. Was there a different vibe between the 2 tracks? I mean, when you went to one track, was one track different riders, different vibe? That's how it was when I was racing.
Maybe some kids weren't able to go to Kearney Motor Park, but I just think that when you went to Rancho, it was just you pedal a couple times and then hold on. And what's so cool about Rancho is the second turn. This is the only turn that you can literally hear your knobbies, the little buzz that your knobbies make if you go super fast. The second turn at Rancho, every time I went down, it was the coolest sound. And since then, I was only able to hear that. I don't know if you remember, it was in 1999. There's only one, 1999. Anyway, they had a race, one of the downhill series up at oh my goodness, it was
Big
Mountain
Bear?
High, the ski
Mountain High.
resort, Mountain High. They had a race there that Chris Sanchez that ended up winning.
That was the Vance Triple Crown.
Exactly. Yes, that race. So that track, that was the next time I heard my knobbies on basically a turn. It was the first turn at that Mountain High.
Oh, Kiyomi, you were racing on that crazy downhill track then.
Oh,
you were there?
Oh yeah, that track was the best track I've ever ridden ever since. Never since.
Wow.
That one, I don't even think it was a weekend. I think it was just the one day. But
yeah,
that track was so well prepped. Some guys couldn't make it. I'm not, talking bad about them. It's just at the time I was riding motocross, and I still do. But because they're like, man, those the gaps are really far. But for me, I'm like, no, it's not that bad. Just
Not that bad.
it's not that bad. But I was having fun. I mean, although I got motoed. I didn't make it out on the motos, but I just remember my last lap on that track at Mountain High was it was perfect. I landed every backside perfect. You know how 20-inch, there's no suspension, but it was that's the last. So that's what made me remember about Mountain High and the Vance Triple Crown is that my knob, you could hear your knobbies in the turns. It was just,
were you on a trek at that time, or what were you on?
You were on
a mountain bike. You're on a mountain.
No. I was on
BMX.
BMX.
I was on the Schwinn. It was a red Schwinn. It was the one the Foster brothers.
Okay.
Oh, when they were racing for Schwinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. I got one of the Schwinn frames, and because I wasn't sponsored at the time in '99, because I had just kind of quit after '98, and then this race popped up at the Triple Crown. I'm like, I'll just go out there,
You were probably in your 30s, right? Racing
I was exactly 30 years old.
Yeah, because you figure, I think you and Steve Veltman were the older riders in that race, if I remember right, because I have it on videotape.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, I have it on DVD, I should say.
Yes.
And that race, I don't know if you know this or not, man, but there was you know how you go to the IMAX and you watch movies?
Yes.
That race was highlighted at an IMAX theater, and they had all these extreme sports that they blended into one movie, and they filmed it at, I'm sorry, not filmed it, they released it in IMAX, and that race I watched it in IMAX.
Oh, that must have been awesome.
Dude, it was gnarly because the screen is super, super tall, and you're watching BMX on the big screen. It was my, believe it or not, man, my ex-wife took me to that race, to that movie. She was so excited to take me to it.
Yeah.
She goes, I got a big surprise for you. And I go, okay, what's up? And I didn't even know about it. And she said, I'm taking you to the IMAX today. And I go, okay, and I like movies, so I was down anyway. And she goes, there's gonna be BMX racing in it. And I'm like, what? And
that's great.
It showed that race, dude. And she was laughing at me because when it goes, riders ready, watch the lights, I kept twitching my shoulders. And she goes, what are you doing? I go, I can't help it.
I do that still. I do that still. In fact, every now and then, when I'm at a stoplight, I'll just watch the red, when the red turns off. It's just something I do.
Dude, I get that.
Yeah, that's the BMXer in you, man. That's what it is. I know that you are an Orange Y local, and Orange Y is like legendary for factory riders. And yeah, and there would be semis and local races and things like that. Was the competition, was it at a national level when you were there? Did it feel just as difficult?
Yes. Yeah,
that's insane.
All those stories you hear of Orange Y. I mean, all the factory teams were there, and all the amateurs. So when I was racing 13, 14 expert at Orange Y, I wasn't winning. I was just, I'd race Wednesday and Friday at Orange Y, and I raced there because all the factory riders were there. And if anything, that helped me, over the couple of years, it really helped me, I don't know, maybe with the pressure, I guess, whenever I would go to a national, because I would be the only non-sponsored, non-factory rider in the main events at the local, Southern California.
Wow. It was that stacked that the mains were filled with factory guys.
Yeah, they were all factory riders. And I was the only, non-factory. And that's why I went on tour when I was 15. Because 13, 14 years old, when I was 13 and 14, I'd go up to Orange Y, go down to San Diego. And when I was 14, I raced every day for a year.
Wow.
Sometimes I would race twice, because locally here in San Diego, because we would race Kearney Motor Park Sunday morning, and my mom would drive me. We would drive up to Orange for the Sunday night races. Because I was chasing points. I go, yeah, I want to try chasing points. Because it was only $5 even for an entry fee.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And gas was $1. So,
Yeah.
and living in Oceanside, the San Diego tracks were only 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. And then Orange was an hour.
With all that racing, how did you do on your district numbers? Did you ever get District 1 or anything like that?
No, the closest I ever got was number 4.
And that's with racing 7 days a week.
What Cal 3, Cal 4? What was it?
It was California 2.
Cal 2.
Yes. For
What were you, Kev?
I was Cal 5.
I was Cal 4.
Oh.
It skipped up to here. So the lowest I got, I think, was in the 30s, like 35 or something like that.
Hey, that's good, dude. That's really good.
The reason I couldn't catch, Ronnie Rio would get number 1 in the district every year.
Yeah.
He's obviously, because he would go race nationals, and he was that good where he'd get points on national points. You just skyrocket your points in the district, Because district, maybe you get, I don't know, 25 points for a win or whatever. You go race a national, you get, whatever, 100 points or whatever it was. And I could just never get past being number 4. That's the highest I ever got as an amateur.
That's still pretty awesome. Yeah.
And then, when I started racing nationals, like on the circuit, and started racing cruiser, then I started, I was doing a lot better in the class. But
I got a random question for you, Kiyomi, because you're a Supercross fan, motocross fan. Obviously, you're a BMX pro. And why do you think that the national number 1 pro doesn't run a number 1 plate all year? And I noticed the same thing happens. Well, they do it in Supercross, right? So don't you run the number 1?
So for motocross, there was some kind of thing going around that it was like, how you have like number 13, it's like a kind of like a curse.
Yeah.
It's just for motocross, they wouldn't run. Yeah, they wouldn't run the number 1.
Right.
I don't know if it's because the rider got injured or there was some kind of thing like taboo.
Yeah.
But, I don't remember why BMXers wouldn't run number 1. Because if I got number 1, I'm rocking that number 1.
Yeah, I kind of wonder that because I think back to the 80s and 90s, and I could visualize like Gary Ellis rocking a 1,
yes.
Pete Longevich, Greg Hill. But then now, if you see like Cam Woods national number 1, he won it last year, he won it in the year before. But as soon as that's over, he's got his career number on again. It's like they're not using the number 1 plate. And I always wondered, why don't you earn that, man? You should. I don't know, Kevin. How about you? Would you run that number 1 if you got it?
Yeah, I would assume that they're trying to be humble, maybe, and they don't want to jinx it or whatever. Maybe they want to go back to the normal number. I don't know.
So I just watched the Supercross Anaheim 1, and they go, "Hey, he's got that number 1 plate on." The announcers are saying, "Oh, he's got that number 1 plate on. It comes with pressure." I think that little pressure that they're talking about is upon the rider himself.
It's a head thing.
Yes,
probably.
it's a psyche kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, like, each night I go to bed after training or practicing or racing on the weekend or whatever, I'm striving for that number 1, and I would, it looks so cool when I say Mike King when he had the number one on the side of his helmet.
Yeah.
He was the number one pro. The year before he just got number one amateur. I mean, that's like what motivates other racers to go for number one.
Got it.
It might put a target on yourself if you got the number one on your.
Yeah, I can see that too. But the thing is too, for when I ran the number one, for me it motivated me because every time I look at my bike, I'm like, there's no better number than number one.
Yeah.
If anything, it helped motivate me. Let's see if you can do it again.
Yeah.
So with you,
I run 69, dude. That's my.
Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
Every Dirty Fest, I run 69.
Are you going to get an actual number plate for Dirty?
I'm building a cardboard plate with 69 black tape.
Kiyomi, please tell this dude to put a number plate on his bike, dude. He's got a homemade number plate on his race bike. Dude.
Oh my goodness. Hey, well, as long as you keep it fun.
As long as I'm second to last, dude, I'm happy.
Yeah, so I ask a lot of people that we've interviewed this question. I'll throw it your way, Kiyomi. So you went up the amateur ranks, you had a good amateur career, and then you're turning pro now. When you got on the gate, or the first few times, were you ever like starstruck a little bit? Like, I can't believe I'm racing, so-and-so, or this rider or that, or did you ever have any intimidation going on?
No, I was so, I don't know, I guess excited to race pro, because when I was an amateur, the pros I saw were like, Brent Patterson, Greg Hill, Harry Leary, Stu Thompson. I saw those guys, and those guys are just my frame of mind thinking like, there's no way I'm going to ever, be a pro. So in 92, I turned pro, and I raced the Friday night. They had the pre-race, the Friday night pre-race.
Right.
And they would have the Sunday
actual national.
The Saturday national and the Sunday national. Well, my first race ever as a pro, I raced at Black Mountain BMX in Arizona, and it was John Purse and oh my goodness, he rode for Elf?
Brian Lopes?
No, it was Todd Blazer. Sorry,
Todd Blazer. Okay.
So those were the two heavy hitters in the Friday night race, and then they had a couple, several other maybe A pros.
Yeah.
And I won.
Wow.
I won my first pro race ever. It was on a Friday night. I won $120
on the pre-race.
Yeah, on the pre-race, I think I won $120.
Got your gas money.
Well, here's the thing. So when I was an amateur, I went with to an NBL regional in Northern California with Larry Cambra and his dad.
Okay.
And this is the time we both rode for Haro, and I think I borrowed about $120 from Larry Cambra's dad, and the 120 I won, I just turned right to my left or right, and I'm like, here you go. I had to pay Larry Cambra. Nice. So that's kind of a cool.
Then you borrowed $20, but more. I borrowed the $20.
That's funny, man. Yeah, because you were in the 90s pro, and we just spoke with Jason Richardson a couple weeks back. So did you have any good battles with Jason?
We didn't race as much. We did, there is one incident where we were racing Black Mountain BMX in Arizona. We were racing AA. It might have been like a quarter or a semi.
Uh-huh.
And I think we were both, I was in fifth and he was in fourth. And somehow my front wheel got in his, no, I'm sorry. My pedal got stuck in his front wheel. So we came together, we both fell, neither of us qualified, and I ruined his front wheel. And and that's like one of the only races I remember racing against Jason.
Well, that's a good one.
Right when we crashed.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, Jay. He goes, he was bummed because you want to make the AA main.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but that was the only race.
Was $120 average for a payout back then, or was that low?
Well, that's just the pre-race.
That was only Friday nights.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, I have no idea even what a weekday payout is. I mean, was 120, was that average or was that low or high?
It depends because like on a Friday night, they only did the 100% payback. So if you had more riders, you'd make more.
Okay.
So that night, I think we only had it was maybe 2 gates, but I'm going to say maybe just 1 gate.
Right.
And it was like, okay, you just, we race the motos. Maybe 1 guy gets dropped, maybe. And then you just race that 1 main event on Friday. And I was so excited. I just obviously I won. But
I got another question, man. And I know that there's moto-fill in the amateurs. Is there moto-fill in the pros? Do some pros look at other pros like this guy's moto-fill? Or do they look at it as every pro has a possibility of winning?
In AA, man, I think everybody's. That's right.
If you're talking AA, there's no motor.
Either way, there's guys that are fast. There's certain pros that are faster than other ones. I'm just kind of curious if you guys use the term moto-fill at any particular point, saying this guy doesn't have a chance.
No,
okay.
I've personally never said that. I think I've been pretty respectful of anyone who races, whether even in the amateur, because they made the effort to go out to maybe drive out to the weekend or fly out to the weekend, the national or whatever it may be. I don't know. I'm just
wondered internally, like granted,
I understand.
I'm 17X. I'm on the gate at the War of the Stars. I look over, I go, this guy's not going to make it, man.
Well, no. If anything, the only time I would think something along those lines would be
motivation.
So, well, no, not motivation. It's more what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, like, say he's next to me. I go, you know what? I'm going to snap him. I'm going to snap and then move over.
There you go.
That's the only way I would look at someone who is not as fast. Okay. I'm just going, this guy is on my right side. I know I'm going to the right. I'm going to snap, move over, and get a clear path, and then I can just, sprint, first jump, whatever. Whether it's to the left, whoever's on my left. If, say, a factory guy's on my left, and I go, oh man, this guy gets good starts.
Yeah.
I would change my mentality where whoever's on my right side, okay, I'm just gonna snap, move over to the right, and then we can drag race.
There you go. So when you were at a national, Kiyomi, so like even at the amateur level or pro level, how did you keep yourself calm throughout the day, like fight the nerves and things like that? Did you have any routines or couldn't eat anything, or how did you manage that?
That's an excellent question. So when I was when I was an amateur, it was all about repetition. Okay. The amount of times you raced, so you're put in that situation. So no matter if you're in a pressure situation, you just think of it as just like practice, or just like Orange Y, or just like another race. But when I turned pro, all those amateur racing and every day, or 5 times a week or whatever it was, that's when you're a pro, you basically just do your own routine, meaning, okay, I'm gonna, like when I go to check out the moto sheet, I just look for my name only, what moto I'm in and what gate do I have. So okay. I would keep it very simple. I try to make it almost like, ABC 1, 2, 3. So when and behind the starting gate, I don't talk to people. I don't talk to other riders. I'm not chatty. I'm there thinking about wanting to race, wanting to win
Right.
in the race, but I wouldn't chat behind the gate. When I go in the gate is when I start my ABC 1, 2, 3. So I put my bike in straight, 1, put my pedal where it's supposed to be, 2, stand up, 3. That's as simple as I take it. And then I've already done the behind the gate, the visualization of the race coming up. And I would do that routine basically every time I raced. Because in AA, that's the only class that I've ever raced where I am mentally preparing and physically prepared to go 100%. There's no, you may like let off at the finish line a little.
Yeah.
But as far as my preparation behind the gate, going up the starting hill, in the gate, I was ready to unleash, but
Nice.
I was ready to perform at 100%.
So you locked in from.
Yes. I locked in even going, when you're getting close to your moto or your main or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I would, how everybody kind of warms up in circle, they kind of pedal around, and I'm not chatty. I'm thinking about the race, and I'm just, like you said, locked in.
Nice.
Behind the gate or starting gate, I'm just visualizing, visual. Anyway, I can't even say the word, but I'm preparing mentally.
I'm following you though, yeah.
I'm preparing mentally, and then when I get in the gate, that's when I basically, it's almost like you push everything aside, and I'm just so focused on, because the start is so important in BMX. It's basically 80%.
Right.
Because if you can get a good start, and you only need about your grip's worth, and then you can kind of, if you get a good start, about maybe a couple inches ahead of the guy next to you. That's a total advantage. You've already got him beat, so now you just kind of put your elbows out a little and just sprint away. Obviously, there's guys that are always. I was never the fastest guy or the strongest, but or even the most skillful. But I just think that I was the most. For me, I was the most prepared I could be. And I read this saying where it was preparation meets. I have it right here. Where is it?
I think I know.
I had a little sticky note.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Oh, luck favors
those who prepare.
Luck favors the prepared.
There you go.
I have a little sticky note, or I can kind of.
Yeah, I think that's so cool that you checked the moto.
Oh shoot, I can't show it.
And didn't even look at who else is in the moto.
That's similar to Greg Hill's response to us. He said he did not care who was in the motos. He didn't even look.
No, I never did. Even as I used to when I was 12 and 13, but then when I turned 14, that's when I stopped.
Dude, that's a fortune.
I just need to know, what moto I'm in, what lane do I have.
That's super critical, man, because, and I'm speaking from my experience, it's like sometimes I lacked focus or I would talk myself out of a race, which I've told Kevin before, we've talked about it, where I get so mentally jammed up with all the obstacles that I'm facing. Who am I racing? Am I racing out of class? Are they bigger than me? Most guys are bigger than me. So all these things are rolling through my head where I like your thought process. It's 1, get in the gate. 2, set your pedals. 3, stand up. That's all you're thinking about is your systematic, the systematic way you approach the race. And then you're focusing on where you're going to go. That's amazing.
Kiyomi, Danny and I had a number 4. Once you stand up, you gotta jump up on your back. You gotta put the back tire right? So you gotta pop it up.
Oh yeah, I'll do that a little bit.
That's my number 4.
So
bounce on the back tire when you're feeling good.
Yes. So,
I have a question regarding your focus, and this is I heard Harry Larry in a interview. Can't remember which one, but he said that nobody's my friend here. I didn't make friends with anybody. I didn't talk to anybody. And I know that was part of his persona. And do you feel that that's necessary at that level as pros? Like, I'm not going to be palling around people, or was it? How did you feel about it? I should say.
I felt exactly the same way Harry did.
Okay.
In fact, hate is kind of a strong word. I really disliked anyone I raced in AA. I had some friends, aside from the track or racing, but that's, for some reason, that's the only way I could motivate myself was, hey, these guys aren't my friends. I'm not trying to make friends out there on the track or at the races. I'm here to win. And I've only won AA one time. I've gotten, seconds, maybe, even thirds, or I've got plenty of,
You make the main, that's a huge accomplishment in AA.
Yes, I've made the main quite a bit. But I went with that same mentality where, I guess it's an old school mentality where, I'm not at the races.
Did you keep to yourself at the races for the most part, or did you have like a core group of people?
Yeah, the only person that I raced against and hung out with and is actually very good friends with is Eric Root.
Why? That's awesome.
He is the single person who helped me with the mental aspect of racing at the high level. I learned everything from Eric. Now, it's up to that individual to obviously discipline himself what you've just learned. And make it work in my own way. But all the pressure, everything I learned from Eric Group.
Wow. Go ahead, Kev.
Was there, in your time as AA Pro, was there a comparable like Mike Miranda, Motor Mouth, Joker on the gate, cracking jokes, trying to break everybody's concentration? Was there someone like that in your time, or was everybody dead silent, serious?
I think everybody was dead silent, serious.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I can imagine being on the gate with Miranda when he was messing around.
I think back then it was probably fun or funner.
Yeah.
Mike Miranda would make it funner, but so for me, I had my so after say I went to the ABA Grands. So come December is when I would make my goals for the next year. And I did this for, the 10 years that I raced from 88 to 98. For those 10 years, I would make a goal every year. And obviously you don't accomplish your goal every year, but that's when I would make my goal. And I really, I didn't want to let like anyone or anything distract me from that goal.
Dude, that's so cool, man.
That's awesome, man. I love that. Yeah.
Because Danny and I were both local, right? We never made it on a factory team. We're just local guys. And Danny has the exact same, the exact opposite problem that I had. He talked himself out of races. He was overcritical. I didn't care. I was just like, I'm just going to race, man. I didn't think about one race. I wasn't stressed about nothing. I was just happy to be on the gate. I was just like, I don't care, whatever. I'm just going to win, man. So it's funny to get different perspectives on things about that. And maybe if I would have thought about it, maybe I would have been better. I don't know. But very interesting stuff, man.
Yeah, it just, it depends on the individual. Because at the time when I was racing, I had just had these goals and, I didn't have a family to take care of or a spouse or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So I just, when I was 11, I went from 11 to 15. Then I stopped racing till I was 85, and then I started back up in 88. And then 88, I went out to Yorba Linda at an ABA race, and I saw all my old my old competitors that I raced, and they were racing pro, and they're on the factory teams, and I'm like, this guy's he's a pro. So that's when then my brother took me out to this race, and at the time I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, I wasn't doing anything. I was just working, and I wasn't even active. So then I just made the decision. And so like, even for you guys, as like, say you only went on the local level, but you still made the decision to go to the race, and you want to race and just try your best.
Right.
So for me, I did the same thing. I just had a couple lucky breaks here and there, as far as maybe a couple good results. So when I my first race back in '88, I still raced amateur. It was Orange Y had this. It was off season. It was like some race where all the factory teams would come out in '88, and it was I raced 17 and over expert. And Gork Barrett happened to be there because he was the photographer for Motocross Action, or
oh my gosh, dude!
BMX
I know exactly what race he's talking about. Sorry, Kiyomi, to interrupt you, but I saw one photo in BMX Action, and it was a night race, and you see Blazer and Eddie King were at Orange Y just battling, and I think that's what you're referring to, but continue with your story.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, even the pros were, what Orange Y, but so I was just in my old. Do you remember those gear leathers?
Yeah.
I had my old bike. I had my old gear leathers. I just had some white Vans long sleeve T-shirt and my old helmet, and I raced 17 over expert. And we had I think we had quarters and semis.
Wow.
And we had the main, and I had lane 2. And so, but this was my first race back, as after my long break, 3 or 4 year break, and I had lane 2, and I made the main, and everybody was the factory riders again. I had a 42.16.
Oh.
I snapped, pulled, and I won the race. And after the race, Gork Barrett comes up to me and goes, hey, what's your name? Because I just beat Jason Donnell. He was, all the top, like, there's like free agent factory riders. There's,
Did you just come off the couch, Kiyomi, or were you training a little bit before you decided to go back?
Maybe a little, but I don't know. Maybe I was just wired that way, but it was so cool because my first race back, I won this race, and I'm like, I didn't think it was a big deal. I'm just like, it's just Orange Y.
Yeah.
And it's the same gate, same first turn, and because he's like, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, my name's Kiyomi. I used to race back, a few years ago, and he's like, oh, okay. So then from there, I just had the same outfit, and for the first time, I went to the ABA Grands that same year in '88, and that's the first time I flew. I had never flown because all the nationals I did were just local, Lancaster, Azusa, and so I got on the plane. I put my wallet in my bag, checked the bag, go on the plane. I'm like, and we stop in Dallas or Houston or wherever, and I go, man, I got 3.5 hours to wait. I only had a half hour. I forgot. I didn't even know about the time change.
Yeah.
I missed my connecting flight, and this is for the Grand. So Thanksgiving, there's no standby.
Oh no!
I got the plane left. I actually gave the lady my ticket, and then I just turned around and walked away, and she didn't even say anything. She's, I was thinking, why didn't she say something? Say, hey, sir, we're boarding now. I just turned around and went back and got some food, and I'm like, wait, what time is it here? Oh, I missed my flight. So the one time I met Harry Leary was through Eddie King at a local San Diego race.
Yeah.
I saw Harry because he had missed his connecting flight, and he was with Justin Green and his mom.
Okay.
And the one time I met Harry, he's, I go, oh, yeah, I go, hey, Harry, because I didn't know, he's the only guy I could recognize. He goes, yeah, we're getting a rent-a-car. We're gonna drive up to Oklahoma City. And so I got a ride with Harry. We drove up there, grabbed my bag, grabbed my wallet. That was my first ABA Grands, and it was 17 over expert. I made the main, and I got fourth
Nice, man. Hey, so your bike was there before you were there, everything, right?
Oh, everything was there. My money was there, everything. I was so paranoid. And I just, it was so cool because I had the same outfit. I had the gear leathers and the white long sleeve Vans t-shirt. And I made the 17 over expert main. And there's I have a small video of me. It was, I was racing Eric Carter, Kenny May, Jason Donnell.
Wow. All the Terrible 10 guys, man.
Yeah. Dave Cullinan. Yeah, all those guys. And I made the main, but I wasn't like, I guess, surprised. So this is the coolest thing. So I had been reading this book about the power of positive thinking.
Yeah.
I had been reading that book before I went to Oklahoma. Or even I had been reading it just through the time I started, training and started racing again. I just, not that I expected to be in the main, but I was so used to always seeing factory guys, and myself being the only non-sponsored guy.
Right.
It happened again. I was the only non-factory racer in the main event, and so I got maybe fourth is a little bit too high. Maybe I got like a sixth or something. But it was cool but I did make the main 17 over expert at the Grands.
Dude, I gotta think that you're the only non-factory guy on the gate. That had to have motivated you even more to like, dude, I gotta lay it down on these factory guys.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what I would have thought, man. I would have said, "Oh hell no, man! I'm by myself. I gotta handle business today." Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that rider count had to be huge, man. 17 over X. That must have been a big rider count.
Oh yeah, we had quarters easily. I know we had quarters for sure. I don't know if we had was it?
No eights.
Maybe because 17 over expert was the biggest class back in the late 80s.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because that's why, Kiyomi, that's why I didn't turn pro. I didn't want to be Motoville.
So
hey, I was a good 17X, but I wasn't pro. I wasn't pro material. Maybe A single A or maybe B pro, but certainly not double A pro. So my whole time I'm thinking, man, why am I going to pay $20 to lose and then go home with $20 less, man? Forget that. I'm not doing that.
So I would say my motivation also would be I really disliked factory riders at the time because I always wanted to be one.
Yeah.
And I just never made it. I never was a factory rider, and I always just, I guess it was maybe resented factory riders.
Yeah.
And just always being, I guess frustrated with being the only non-factory rider on the gate. And so I always had like a little chip on my shoulder.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
The factory rides like Haro and all that came in your pro career then, right?
Well, so after the 88 Grands, I raced for Rob Lynch.
Okay.
He had a amateur team, Pedal Power BMX.
Power, okay.
So I raced with him in 89, and I really I learned a lot from Rob.
With Holly Dunn?
Huh?
With Holly Dunn and
Yes, Holly Dunn and
okay.
Lee Donovan.
Okay.
Oh, she was fast too, yeah.
Yeah. World champion mountain biker. So I learned a lot from Rob, but not in the good way, meaning it made me very paranoid of having a sponsor. And I just he was so, I guess, kind of shady-ish.
Yeah.
That when I finally did get sponsored by Haro well, here's the thing. I got sponsored by Redline initially in 1990 at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
I only rode for them for a month.
Oh wow.
Because Haro says, "Hey, you want to race for Haro?" I'm like, yeah. It was only me and Mike King.
Yeah.
And then
Billy Griggs swapped with him, I think. He went from
Yes.
Redmond to
So in
Haro.
90, the next year in 91 is when Billy and Mikey did the swap.
Yeah.
So I still had I was still on Haro in 91 as well. 91 was my best amateur year ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were you actually on a Haro RS1 or were you riding a different frame?
It was a different frame. And at that time, do you remember Kasten, Lynn Kasten?
Yeah.
He designed frames for Haro.
Wow.
So we got I literally got I had a full custom Haro that Lynn Kasten designed and welded up. And that's what I got to race on. Even on my, and in fact,
that was not a bike that was on the market for us to buy. That was a custom bike.
It was a full custom bike. In fact, my Cruiser 24-inch was also made by Lynn Kasten. Man, I wish I still had that thing. I don't know what I did with it.
I didn't even know that because that bike looked like a Haro to me, at least in the magazine.
Yeah. So if you looked at at the time, if you would look at the dropouts, it had the same cast-in dropouts.
Wow.
Even though it was a Haro, it had the rear dropouts was the same as a cast-in.
Was that something you requested, or it was just something that they did for their riders?
They did that's what they did for their riders.
No, they took care of you guys, man.
Oh, it was, in fact, 90 and 91 was the last 2 years that Bob Haro still ran Haro.
Mm-hmm.
After 91 is when his tenure was over because he had sold the company.
Yeah.
So that's why it was just so cool to be sponsored by Haro in 90, 91.
Yeah.
Still Bob Haro's company.
That's the sweet spot.
It was great.
So that was before the Group 1 then?
After.
No, it had Group 1, but we had Mikey and I had custom frames.
Yeah, because I would thinking back to Mike King when he was on because it was him and Pete Loncarovich. I think they were the first two guys on the Haro race team.
Yep.
And I was like, I seen him in the magazine, so I bought a Haro because I wanted to. Yeah, their marketing for Haro was just so good. And when you open up the magazine, full page ad of the new Haro RS1, and I started drooling, man. I'm like, Mike King's riding this, Pete Loncarovich. I have to have this bike. And now that I'm like well past 1985, 86, 87, whatever, I go, were they actually riding Haros or were they?
Probably not.
Yeah, because I remember my Haro I got the first generation Haro RS1. I had it was baby blue, black and chrome. Yes. Such a beautiful bike, man. It was just beautiful. And but it was also on the heavy side. Yeah. So that's when I was looking at them. I go, I wonder if now I think about it, I wonder if they were actually riding Haros or was it all custom built? I mean, maybe not that far back, but for you, now I know it was definitely a cast-in. So
yes. Yeah. Lynn was, it was great. I mean, I had, so in 1991, I mean, that was the pinnacle of being a factory rider. You get a custom frame, they pay for your meals, you get a contingency, they pay for your hotel, flight, entry fees, get a little salary.
Nice.
Which was really cool. Credit card?
No credit card, but it was great. In fact, I was just so I don't know, I just remember being just so stoked because I had never had a factory ride, and then I got that ride. I'm thinking Mikey helped with that and quite a bit. So I never really thanked him for that, but because I thought
you can.
Maybe they want to sponsor me. I don't know. But it was cool because it was in 90 it was me and Mikey going to the races, and then the next year it was me and Billy.
Yeah.
Billy Griggs going to the races, and then in 92, no sponsor.
Wow.
When did you wrap?
Go down, Kiyomi. I mean, I guess you could get cut loose from a team a whole host of different ways. But is there a certain industry standard? Do you get a letter? Do you get an email? Do you get a phone call? How do you get the bad news?
In 90, at the end of 91, the bad news was more verbal. in face, because Haro at the time was just in Carlsbad. So it's just, next city over from Oceanside. In fact, what's funny is at the time I was racing for Haro, I was a computer draftsman, and I only worked maybe 2 buildings down from Haro. So in my whenever Mikey would come down, he goes, come, because he lived down in San Diego. Whenever he'd come up to Carlsbad, every now and then I would, maybe see him at the office, at the Haro office or whatever. Maybe not that many times, but it was so close that when I was sponsored, I would go over there and just hang out in their office and, just be so super stoked. So what was kind of cool was because I was draftsman, I got to draw up some bike parts.
Oh, wow.
I some like forks and sprockets, little miscellaneous things, because they would. So at the time, the bikes were being made in either Taiwan or whatever.
Right.
So I would draw up the drafting drawings. All the guys at Haro would do was just fax it to whatever their manufacturer was.
Yeah.
And the drawing would come back with some red lines. I'd adjust it, give it back to them. Then those like sprockets or whatever forks would go into production.
Nice.
They gave me a little bit of money, but I was so stoked on being on the team. I was like, hey, I'll draw that for you. I know exactly. I'll draw those handlebars for you. Whatever. So that was cool.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
When did you wrap it up? When were you like done with racing?
I stopped at the end of '98.
Oh, you had a long career, man.
And then I started up again in 2005. I raced part of the year in 2005 where I raced Vet Pro.
Yeah.
And then all of 2006.
Was the Vet Pro class cruiser back then, or were you on 20?
No, it was 20-inch.
Oh, nice.
It was 20-inch. And in 2006, I went about that year, that season, to get Vet Pro #1 and MBL. And I only went for MBL because they had, at the time, the best tracks.
Yeah.
They had by far the best tracks. Louisville, Nashville, you name it. They had the best tracks, all in Florida, all those Florida tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2006, I got Vet Pro #1 and MBL, which is
nice.
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you miss it, man? Do you dream about it? Is it still in your mind?
Oh, well, so here's the thing about BMX is I didn't get much sleep for those 10 years and any years that I raced.
Yeah.
If I start thinking about racing, it's very hard for me to fall asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, because my gears get going and I'm just so excited, or, the races, this coming weekend. I always had terrible sleep through that whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, because
it's kind of weird, but
He's like a baby.
As I heard Charles Townsend in an interview, and he said that he still dreams about being at races, and that he's late for a moto, or he's missing, he needs to hurry up and get to staging. I can't remember exactly because it was a long time.
I have those same dreams. I still have those same dreams. Yes. Like they're calling my name on the gate.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I wake up in a cold sweat. Yeah. Yeah. That part still happens, but not as much, but it used to happen a lot when I first stopped racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have thoughts of just going local and riding again, or is it all done for you?
Well, I don't say all done, but I still ride, we have like a local bike park.
Okay.
So I go and jump there and still ride.
Oh, so you still ride?
Oh yeah. I ride my 20-inch. I was riding the 26-inch DJ.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? Why am I even riding this thing? I just grabbed my 20-inch. I just started riding my 20-inch. That thing is so precise. Those 20-inch, obviously you guys know.
Yeah.
These bikes they're just amazing bikes.
What are you riding now?
I have a You ever hear of RevTech, Greg Romero's frame?
No, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I have that frame because of the angles. The
Mhm.
head angle is 73.5, which I think is the perfect head angle. Obviously, nowadays, I think everybody has 74 or maybe even 75.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes. Oh, yes.
The angle, so 73 is more stretched out or more
Yes.
straight? Okay.
More stretched out.
So you like it out more, not in.
Yes.
So what would a JMC be? Like a 74 or 73? Like an Andy Patterson or a Daryl Young? Or those are way in?
Oh, did they have a 74?
They were way straight. Boom. Done.
Oh, they may have been like, because Tommy Brackens, he made his frames for a little while. They were 75 degrees. I know a lot of people never really cared for the 73.5 or even 73. But when you're going at a high speed like that on a 20-inch, no matter how long your wheelbase is, I don't know if you ever noticed, like when nowadays when they're clipped in and you see someone going into a turn and the front end just kind of digs into it, and they just go over the bars or they fall. That head angle is so steep. I mean, it's very hard. It's like your balance tolerance is very tight. When you have like a 73.5, that won't ever happen. Where someone goes in a turn and they just, knife it or whatever.
Yeah.
73.5, that's not going to happen. 74, 75, it's going to happen. And it still does. But for some reason, they just like that steep head angle when they're on the gate, or I don't know.
I love my Andy Patterson and my Daryl Young.
That was what we had talked to Craig Reynolds recently, and he swears by the Daryl Young JMC. That was his frame of choice, right?
Oh, was it?
Everything he had made was modeled after that frame. So he swore by that frame. So, and Kevin liked it.
I love it.
All right, guys, we've been going for a good hour, man. You want to play some trivia, or do you have more questions, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
No, let's do some trivia, man. I'm dicing with another AA Pro.
And I swear, Kiyomi, this happens every time we have a guest. I have questions lined up, and then we just start talking, and I almost throw them away because I'm
you can go through your questions. Yeah,
no,
I can answer.
That conversation went great. That's when I can tell an interview's going well, when we can just talk and it's not even structured anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kiyomi, if we asked all of our questions, we wouldn't have the bait to get you back on the podcast, bro.
Let me put it this way: anytime you guys need me, I'm available anytime.
That's bitchy, man.
That's awesome, man.
It'll be my pleasure.
All right, man. All right, Danny, your show.
This is the fun part, Kiyomi. Are you ready?
Yes. Ready.
I don't know if you've ever watched the show before, but we like to play trivia, and it includes BMX trivia, and we also do pop culture trivia. And so when it's your turn, you can say, I want to do BMX or I want to do pop culture. And I'm going to give you a question. If you get it right, it's your point. If you get it wrong, Kevin can steal, and vice versa. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. Let me get my scoreboard ready. So Kevin's pretty good at this. He plays a lot, obviously. But the last couple of it, Greg beat you last time, didn't he?
He beat me by 1.
Yeah. That was a good battle.
But hey, Alan Foster smoked me bad, dude. I was Moto Phil again.
He was so good. There was no BMX question that dude could not answer.
Oh, man, he smoked me bad.
All right, Kiyomi, you're the guest. You get to pick. Do you want to do BMX or pop culture?
Let's do BMX.
All right. Justin Green. Let's see. Wait a minute. I can't even read my own writing. Let me do it again. Okay. Justin Green, Inhee Lee, Gary Ellis. What do they have in common?
GT.
GT. All right. That's a good warm-up one. Okay. Kiyomi's on the board. Kevin, what do you want to do?
Pop culture.
All right. Pop culture. Okay. Again, this is Gen X trivia with pop culture. I mixed it up again.
All
right. In the 1970s and 80s, if you let yourself in your house, took care of yourself during the day until your parents got home from work. What were you known as?
Latchkey kid.
Oh, Kiyomi stole your question.
Well, because I grew up as a latchkey kid.
Me too, dude. Me too.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin, did you know the answer?
Yeah, I knew the answer. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you the point. Yeah, but Kiyomi was like, yeah, I was one of them.
Me too.
Am I supposed to answer or no?
No, wait till it's your turn.
Oh, he's got to answer.
Yeah. So that was Kevin.
Oh, I thought it was
It's okay. It's okay.
the red buzzer.
I kind of like who answers it first thing, though. We'll have to try that one day.
Okay, sorry.
Next time.
Okay, Kevin, go again.
No, we gave him the point. He had it. He had it too. You guys both said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your
All right,
turn,
Kiyomi. All right, Kiyomi, what do you want to do?
Pop culture.
Pop culture. All right. Before push-button phones, we used what type of phone?
Dial. Rotary.
Yeah, rotary. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. All right, we got 2-1. Okay, Kev.
BMX.
1992. Who made the reactor?
Diamondback.
Diamondback. Good one, Kev. Okay. Okay, Kiyomi.
BMX.
In 1992, who made the solution?
I know this.
Solution.
Major manufacturer.
Solution. Kuwahara?
Good guess. Not Kuwahara. What do you think, Kev?
Mongoose.
Mongoose. Mongoose made the solution. Okay.
Oh,
Woo!
All right, Kev, back to you.
Back to me. BMX.
All right. What is the name of Radical Rick's sidekick?
I have no idea.
Ooh, Kiyomi.
no. I don't
You guys
know.
don't know Radical Rick's sidekick?
No.
MX Mug. MX Mug was the sidekick. And
darn it.
nobody gets that. I thought that was an easy one.
It was an easy one. I never read the cartoon.
All right. We're moving on. So that was Kevin's question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Kiyomi.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. Okay. What soda brand? Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. I wrote these really fast. Oh, okay. What soda company canceled their contract with Madonna after the release of Like a Prayer?
Ooh.
Maybe Pepsi?
I think it's Pepsi.
Pepsi is the correct answer. Yeah.
Oh.
Good question, man.
Yeah, Like a Prayer was really risque, and Pepsi was like, no, we're not.
No.
We're done.
Who was the actor that played the guy on the cross? Do you remember?
No, do you?
Kiyomi, you know who it was?
Who played what?
Who played the actor in the video?
It was on the cross?
A guy named Leon.
Leon.
Yeah, he's an
No,
actor. He was in Cool Runnings. He was an actor.
Oh, was it really? I don't know. Do you know his name?
His
No.
name's Leon.
Oh, thanks,
You know
Kev.
Leon. No, I don't know who it is.
Go ahead.
All right, so let's see. Kevin, it's your turn, Kevin. It's 3-3.
BMX.
ELF stands for?
Extra light frame.
Extra light frames. I think you got that one before. Okay, good deal. Good
I
deal.
didn't know that.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, I don't know how I know that. I just knew it. Okay, Kiyomi, what do you want to do?
BMX.
All right. Okay, besides a stationary bike, what can a racer use indoors for training?
Rollers.
Rollers. Good one. Okay. All right, back to Kevin.
Danny, have you ever done rollers?
Never, and I want to buy some. They're on Amazon. You can buy them pretty cheap.
I tried them one time, dude. They're not that easy, dude.
It's not that easy.
The best person I know.
Road bike.
The best person I knew who rode rollers was Eric Root. He was
Oh,
so
really?
good on those things. Oh yeah.
Man, they look easy, and I saw Barry Noble's video the other day. He rides his bike up to the rollers, stops, bunny hops onto the rollers, and starts sprinting. I'm like, How does he do that? Crazy balance.
I mean, I went to school with a couple of guys that were rollers, but I never used the rollers.
All right. So who was that? Was that Kiyomi that got that one?
BMX.
We're 4-4. Who made the Z Mag?
ACS.
ACS. All right. Okay. Good job. Okay. Back to Kiyomi.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. Cindy Crawford hosted a show called House of Style for what TV network?
MTV.
MTV. Look at Kiyomi. Let's go. 5-5.
We're the
like
same
my
age,
Cindy.
man. This is great.
There you go. He's a Cindy Crawford fan, so now we know, dude.
Okay. Okay, you going with Cindy or L?
Cindy.
Cindy?
Hands down.
I like Cindy. I'm going to go with Cindy. All right, Kev.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. Okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
In the 1980s, who did the song Opposites Attract?
Paula Abdul.
Paula Abdul. Good job. Do you know she was a Laker girl?
Yeah. Do you
All right.
know how she got the job?
How's that?
She went and she auditioned like 6 times. She went in and they told her no the first time, so she went out to her car and changed her outfit and went back in and tried out again, and she got rejected again. So she went back out to the car again and waited an hour and changed her clothes, went back in again. She did it 4 times until she got hired.
Oh, that's a killer story.
Wow. I did not know that, dude.
Yeah, she tried out 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, that was a great video. She was dancing with like a cartoon cat or something like that.
It was a lame video, dude, but
All right. Okay, we're back to Kiyomi, right?
Yeah.
BMX.
All right. This one's a little harder because it's from the 90s. But what company made the Pete Lonkarovich pistol grip?
Oh, ATI.
ATI. Good job, my dude. When I wrote that question down, I was in the kitchen. My daughter was eating, and I go, "This is going to be a hard one. I don't know if anybody knows this one." And
yeah, well played, Kiyomi. Well played, man. I didn't know.
Very well played. 6-6. Going back to our host, Kevin. What do you want to do?
BMX.
BMX. Okay, let's see. In 1983, David Marietti, Kelly McDougal, and Steve Gibson were teammates on what team?
I'm going to say a team that Kiyomi actually kind of rode for, Torker.
Torker, that's it. Good job, dude.
Support,
that was another
support team.
That was a tough one.
I love Torker so much.
Kiyomi, I read your Wikipedia. That's the most effort I've ever put in.
Just
you're a Torker fan, huh?
Eddie King on a Torker, and they had the number 1 S on there.
Yeah,
the dollar
sign.
Man, that's awesome.
That was bitch. Yeah. All right, so we're back to Kiyomi. What do you want to do?
Pop culture.
Yeah, he likes pop culture. I like this, man. Most people shy away from it, but they do better on it than they expect that they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all the time.
All right. In the 1990s, who sang "That's the Way Love Goes"?
That's the way love goes. That's the way.
That's the way love goes. That's the best I can do.
Wow.
No, I don't know that one.
I don't know either. You want to guess, Kiyomi?
You guys can both take a guess if you want.
Oh, so I would say
Female artist.
Oh, female.
Madonna.
Yeah. Not Madonna, 1990s, but good guess, Kev.
I don't know. Janet Jackson?
Janet Jackson. Yeah, he gets it right.
Oh, really? Oh.
Dude, I knew for some reason I had a feeling he's going to say it. I have a feeling he's going to say it. All right, man.
That's awesome.
7-7.
BMX.
All right, BMX. In 1983, Hutch used what racing pants? Are you picturing riders?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say gear.
Oh, that's a miss.
I know.
Kim, what is
what it is. It's JT.
JT Racing USA.
Good job.
Kiyomi.
Good job.
Good one, Kiyomi. Okay, it's Kiyomi's turn again. What do you want to do?
I'll do BMX.
BMX. Okay. In 1983, what Diamondback rider used a full-face Simpson helmet? Famous rider.
Jason Wharton.
Oh, not Jason Wharton. Do you know, Kev?
Eddie King.
Eddie King. Eddie King rocked that.
Oh, the Simpson.
Helmet. Yeah.
Simpson.
Okay, all right, we're swapping, bro. We're swapping. There
You guys are. It's 8-8. It's an epic battle tonight. All right, Kiyomi, what do you think?
My turn. I stole it.
I'm sorry, Kevin. What do you think?
BMX.
BMX. Okay. All right, here we go. In 1983, the late great Malin Abrams raced for what factory team? This is a tough one.
Malin.
Yeah.
Boss.
No, not Boss. What do you think, Kiyomi?
Scorpion.
Scorpion. That's the one.
Oh, man.
Kiyomi takes the lead. It's 9-8, and it's back to Kiyomi. What do you want to do?
Pop culture.
You deserve that point, dude. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Pop culture. Okay, here we go. Okay, in the 1990s, what was the ad campaign for milk? It was very simple.
Drank milk.
Close. Do you know, Kevin?
Got milk.
Got milk. That's what it was. Kevin was like, I know it.
All right.
Got
9-9, Kevin. Your turn.
BMX.
Back to BMX. This is a tough one. Rusty Cable raced for what factory team in 1983?
CW.
Oh, that's a miss. Do you know, Kiyomi?
Murray.
Coming through.
God, man.
Damn, you guys are battling. It's 10-9. Okay.
Did Rusty Cable ever ride for CW?
No.
I don't think so, yeah.
I think
Okay,
that was
Kim.
the only factory team he rode for.
Yeah, factory Murray.
With
Okay,
with Brad Birdwell and all those guys?
I think
No, it was with Anthony Sewell and Scott Clark.
Okay.
Yeah, he was early 80s, 83, yeah. Okay, Kiyomi, back to you.
Did I do? I missed that one. Oh, let's do BMX.
BMX, okay. Mickey Lundy raced for what factory team in 1983?
Race Inc.
Race Inc. Now, do you say Race Inc. or Race Incorporated? Me and Kevin talk about that all the time.
Oh, it's Race Incorporated.
Yeah, everyone says Race Inc. now.
We've sparked arguments online about this, man.
Yeah, we have, man. And, some people said it was never Race Incorporated, and I go, I know it was because I know everybody said it that way. But now it's Race Inc. Maybe it just evolved to Race Inc. Okay, so we are at 11-9, going back to Kevin.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. Here we go. Okay, this is more of a Generation X question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ringing someone's doorbell and running away is known as?
Ding dong ditch.
I will accept that answer because I had doorbell ditch or ding dong ditch.
I said ding dong ditch.
Yeah. Okay. I accept that answer because that's known as both. Did you ever do that, dude?
Yes, all the time.
Oh, Kiyomi says no, but Kevin all the time. Kiyomi, Kevin was like a crazy kid, dude. I didn't meet Kevin until we were in our 50s, thank God, because he was out of
You would have been in a lot of trouble.
I got a lot of stories, man.
That's why I told him, I said, dude, my mom and dad would have never let me hang out with you.
Oh, dude. No way, dude. And we were the good kids out of the group, too.
All right, so that was a good one, Kev. It's 10-11, back to Kiyomi.
Pop culture.
Pop culture, okay. All right, here's another Generation X. Ready? To leave a restaurant and not pay is known as?
Dine and Dash.
Dine and Dash. All right, easy peasy.
So
okay, Kev.
The guys from Boss. The guy that owned Boss back in the early
Carlo?
90s, they used to do that at the restaurants.
Oh,
The whole team would go in there. They all leave one by one.
oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know how many times they've done it, but I know they did it. The one time I remember someone
I
telling
would
me,
be too paranoid, dude. I would be
Yeah.
way too paranoid. All right, so we're looking pretty good. We're at 12 to 10. Back to you, Kev.
Pop culture.
Pop culture. All right. Okay, so this is an ad campaign. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Blank, blank video. Wow, what a difference.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, dude. did you know it, Kiyomi? Were you?
No, I did not know that one.
I would totally guess, dude. Totally
Good
guess.
one. Good one, Kevin.
Blockbuster video. Wow, what a difference. Do you remember that?
I almost said pop-up video.
Yeah, but damn, I would have laughed. That would have been a good guess, though. All right, Kiyomi, what do you want to do?
Did I do BMX?
You can do any one you want.
Let's do BMX.
All right, this is the last BMX question. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Well, wait, no, that's. Oh, I put a pop culture on our BMX list.
Oh, it's okay. Let's do pop culture.
Okay, so we got 1, 2. Yeah, it's gonna have to be pop culture. Okay, in 1983. Oh no, this is a BMX question. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. In 1983, what 90210 star appeared in Super BMX with Ron House?
Oh my goodness, she's the brunette with blue eyes. I know her. I know who you're talking about. Her name is like.
I think she was in Little House on the Prairie too.
Yeah, I can't, man. You're giving him hints now, dude.
No, he doesn't know.
No.
What do you think, Kev?
Shannon Doherty.
Shannon Doherty. Yeah, that's the one. She was in Super BMX, man. That was crazy. Let me see if I have it right here. She was a kid, though. She was only like 12 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Crazy, yeah.
I
When
never knew
interviewed
that.
Ron House, we talked all about that.
Oh, yeah. So you already had that in your wheelhouse. You were ready to go. All right. Okay. So Kevin, you stole that. It's back to you. It's 13 to 11.
No, I should be 13-12. I just. Okay. All right. Never mind.
No, I didn't give you a point. You're right, because you stole that. Yeah, 13-12. Okay, sorry, Kevin.
12.
Okay, pop culture. Okay, we're down to just pop culture, guys. We finished all the BMX questions. Okay, here we go. Okay, complete this evolution. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We went from 8 tracks to cassettes to
CD.
CD. There you go, man. You looked like you were puzzled for a second there. I was getting worried.
Every time I jump the gate on an answer, I lose, man. I go over the gate.
Oh, that's your.
You hit
I
eight.
was trying to get like Kiyomi. I was trying to get locked in.
Hey, that's what we're going to call the episode. Kiyomi.
I'm way ahead of you, dude. It's going to be locked in.
All right. Okay. All right. Kiyomi, are you ready?
Yes.
What action hero in the 1980s starred in the movie Above the Law? I think it was
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal. I think that was his first major movie.
It was.
All right.
I
Hey,
thought Hard to Kill was good too.
Oh, that was with all the Jamaican guys, right?
No, Hard to
that
Kill
was
was
so
with his
good.
wife.
Oh, wait.
Rock, I think.
Which one was? Well, which one was the one where he was fighting all the Jamaican guys? And the bad guy's name was Screwface, and that was a good one.
I think that was Hard to Kill.
That's Hard to Kill, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because the leader of the Jamaican guys was actually a twin, and when they killed him the first time, he came back, but it was actually his brother.
Yeah, that was a really good movie.
Was she in Hard to Kill or the other one?
Kelly LeBrock?
Yeah, Kelly LeBrock. He was in a coma, and she was the nurse, and she nursed him back to health, and she took him.
Oh no, that's a different one.
After.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Okay, anyway.
All right, so this is a great race tonight. Kiyomi's got the 14. Kevin's 13. Kiyomi just stole that, right?
No,
Or no,
that was mine.
That was his question. Okay, Kevin, it's your turn.
Go for it.
What was the nickname of the group of actors that appeared in St. Elmo's Fire and The Breakfast Club? What was that group's name?
The Brat Pack.
The Brat Pack. And gentlemen, you tied. 14. That was awesome. I love when it ends in a tie, man.
Oh yeah, that was great.
All right, thanks. Yeah, good job, bro. Good job. Fist bump.
That was Kiyomi. You're a force to be reckoned with on this trivia game, man. That's pretty good.
I love those. Those are great questions.
Yeah.
I think they're easy, but that's just me.
I would love to do. Me and Kevin were talking to Greg a little bit, and we'd love to do like a trivia with some of you guys, some of you pros. Just have you all go at it at one time.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
that'd be cool, dude. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kiyomi, we appreciate you taking the time off and talking to us, man. We're honored that you came on and shared some of your stories, and we really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much from the bottom of our heart, man.
Oh no, thank you guys for even getting a hold of me. Yeah, through Shane Wimberly. Yeah. No.
Shane is
even thinking of me. Thank you.
Oh, dude, we were. He's been saying, the last couple weeks, hey, dude, I think I'd get Kiyomi. I think he'd kill me, dude. Have you got Kiyomi yet?
Yeah, he was really excited to get you on, connected. Shane's kind of our recruiter.
I've known Shane for a lot of years.
He's a good guy, man. We love having him on the show. He was just on with us last night.
Was he as fast as he let on, or was he that fast?
Oh, he was fast. Definitely.
Very fast.
Yeah, he was kind of like a Tommy Brackens.
Oh, really?
Very fast, straight away.
And he's humble as hell, man. He doesn't brag or nothing. He does, he's very humble.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. All right. Well, Kiyomi, once again, thank you very much. We're going to say goodbye to you, and Benny and I are going to close up the shop. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Danny, that was pretty cool, man. Thank you for those questions, dude.
No problem. Kiyomi, I hope to see you again, man. We got to play again, dude.
Oh, yeah. Just let me know anytime.
Are you a dirty fester or no?
I went to the first one.
Okay.
Or they had 2, right?
3.
Yeah, I think 3 now. Yeah.
Oh, the second one. I went to the second one.
Okay, nice. Well, maybe we'll see you at a future Dirty Fest, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
All righty, guys.
All right, peace out. Thank you very much.
See you later, bud.
Later, man.
Kevin Wilson. Good show, dude. Very good show. That was a lot of fun.
I think we started out a little bit rough, but I think we evened out by mid-interview, dude. That was fun.
Yeah, the issue I was having is I couldn't hear you guys for the first 10 minutes. It was just cutting in and out, and I was like, oh, man, I can't hear what they're saying, and I couldn't time my questions because I wasn't sure if you were done talking or not. That's when I had to go, let me just log out and come back in.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we found our rhythm, and then it was awesome.
Dude, It wouldn't be a show if one of us didn't have technical problems, dude.
I know, and I was so disappointed because I'm like, no, this is bad timing because he's a good guest, and I don't want to I don't want to get stuck and reset, but it worked out. It was still a great show, though.
Awesome, man. All right, dude. So I have Panda Express downstairs waiting for me, dude. Nice. So tell everybody what you do when you're not with me, man.
You can find me on YouTube under Danny Pena BMX Racing. BMX Magazine reviews, race reviews, all BMX content all the time. Like and subscribe. Nice. And Kev, my cousin, commented. He goes, he wants a shirt. My aunt wants a shirt.
Okay.
My friend Teresa wants to order a shirt. I've got, there was another guy that comments a lot on our videos. He said, hey, I want to get a shirt. So we got people that want to get some merch. So
okay. I get that, and I appreciate it, okay?
Yeah.
So much. But I probably received 25 inquiries from people that want a shirt, and when I tell them the process to get the shirt, what do they want, give me, it always fizzled out. So I'm very questionable sometimes with the shirt. So
I'm just going to push you along so we can get. I want to see some people walking around in these T-shirts, man. I think the first time we go to an event and I see people wearing BMXPERTS stuff, I'm just going to be like, high five.
All right, man. All right, cool. Well, thank you very much for looking out for trying to get the word out about the podcast. Thank you very much for everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and go to bmx.com. If you want a shirt, you can go on the website and it's all set up. Until next week, the track is closed. Peace out, man. Thanks, man.